It is the only thing in the world given equally to everyone. Rich or poor, we all have 24 hours. But for me, that is not true. Every day, 2 hours of my life are stolen. Stolen by a cold, white room. Stolen by pain. Stolen by my own body. How long do you spend on the toilet? 5 minutes? Maybe 10 if you are scrolling through your phone? Imagine if that simple act took 2 hours. Imagine if you couldn't just sit and go. Imagine if you had to perform a dangerous medical procedure on yourself, risking your life, sweating in agony, just to do what a baby does in a diaper without thinking, this is the reality of spinal cord injury that no doctor ever tells you about. This is the reality of excretion hell. To understand this hell, you first have to understand the miracle of your own body. When you need to go, your nerves send a signal to your brain. Your brain says open, and your body obeys. It is a perfect symphony of sensation and control. But for me, that connection is dead. My spinal cord is severed. The phone line between my brain and my bottom is cut. My rectum fills up, but I feel nothing. My brain shouts, open, but the door stays shut. Or worse, it opens when I don't want it to. This is called neurogenic bowel dysfunction. So how do I survive? If I don't get the waste out, I could die. So I have to rob my body. I have to break into my own system. This is the procedure known as digital stimulation, a polite medical term for sticking your finger up your own backside to dig out feces. Let me take you through a typical night in my life. It is 8:00 p.m. While you are relaxing with your family, my battle begins. I enter the bathroom, my prison cell. I prepare like a surgeon. Vinyl gloves, lubricating jelly, wet wipes. I transfer from my wheelchair to the toilet seat. One slip and I could break a bone I can't feel. I sit down, strap my shaking legs, and begin. I put on the glove. I insert my index finger into my rectum. The first thing you notice is the silence. In a normal bathroom trip, there is the sound of relief. Here, there is only the sound of my heavy breathing and the plastic glove rustling. I rotate my finger. I am stimulating the nerves, trying to trick them into firing a reflex. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. My arm burns. My shoulder aches. Maintaining balance without stomach muscles is exhausting. Finally, I feel it. A hard mass. But unlike you, I cannot just push. My abs are paralyzed, so I have to become a miner. I hook my finger behind the stool and pull. It slips. I try again. I pull a small piece out. It falls into the water with a tiny splash. That sound is my only victory. Then I go back in. If the stool is hard, it is like concrete. I have to break it inside my body. I use my fingernail to chip away at the hardened mass. The rectal lining tears. I see blood on my glove. Bright red, it drips into the bowl, turning the water crimson. But I cannot stop. I have to get it all out. And then the monster arrives. The monster has a name, autonomic dysreflexia. This is what kills people like me. Because my body cannot feel pain below the injury, it panics. When something is wrong, a full bowel or a tear causes a massive nervous system reaction. Suddenly, while I am digging, it hits me. Bam! A headache like an ice pick behind my eyes. My vision goes spotty. The room starts to pulse. My blood pressure skyrockets. I can feel the blood vessels in my brain throbbing. I am having a hypertensive crisis. If I don't get the poop out immediately, I could have a stroke and die right here on this toilet. Imagine trying to perform surgery on yourself while having a panic attack. Sweat pours off my face. Come out. Please, just come out. I am begging my own body. I pull harder, ignoring the bleeding. Finally, the mass releases. My blood pressure crashes back down. I slump against the wall, gasping for air. I am alive, but I am not done. I have to check. I have to explore the entire rectum to make sure it is empty. Because if I leave even a pebble-sized piece, it will come out later. And that brings us to the second hell, the hell of the accident. For an adult, soiling your pants in public is not an accident. It is a social execution. Let me tell you about the time I lost my dignity on a date. I was at an Italian restaurant. Things were going well. We were laughing. Then I smelled it. That distinct, sharp smell. My brain raced. Did I fart? No, I can't feel farts. Then I saw her face. Her nose twitched slightly. She looked away. The blood drained from my face. I shifted in my chair and felt the wetness. Disaster. I'd done my routine the night before. I thought I was safe. But digestion is unpredictable. Excuse me, I said, my voice trembling. I fled the table. But the restaurant bathroom wasn't accessible. My wheelchair wouldn't fit. I was trapped in the hallway smelling of feces, with customers walking by. I could hear their whispers. I could see the disgust in their eyes. They weren't looking at a man anymore. They were looking at a giant, dirty baby. I wheeled past my date without stopping. I have to go. I went outside into the rain. I couldn't take a taxi. They wouldn't let me in. I wheeled myself 2 miles home in the rain, covered in my own filth. That night, watching the brown water swirl down the shower drain, I wanted to die. I seriously considered it. Why fight so hard just to be humiliated? I didn't leave my house for 3 months. I stopped eating so I wouldn't have to poop. I became anorexic. I was starving myself to avoid the toilet. This is the psychological toll. The bowel dictates everything. You want to travel? You have to pack a suitcase of medical supplies. You worry if the plane toilet is too small. So you don't travel. You want to work? What if I have an accident in a meeting? So you don't take the job. You want to have sex? What if I leak during intimacy? So you stay single. It is an invisible chain around your neck. But here is the twist. I am still here. I am still putting on that glove every night. Why? Because the alternative is giving up. I refuse to let poop win. I found a community of warriors. We laugh about our worst accidents because if we don't laugh, we cry. We realize that dignity isn't about not soiling your pants. Dignity is about how you handle it when you do. I learned to forgive my body. It is broken, yes, but it is trying its best to keep me alive. The headache, the sweating, that is just my body screaming, "Help me!" So I help it. I am not a victim. I am a caretaker. So, why did I make this video? Why share something so gross and taboo? Because I need you to know. When you see a person in a wheelchair, don't just see the chair. See the time they sacrificed to be there. See the 2 hours of hell they endured this morning just to meet you for coffee. And if you see someone taking a long time in the accessible stall, please, do not bang on the door. Do not judge. Behind that door, a war is being fought. A war for dignity. A war for life. And finally, I want to speak to you about your own body. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, you will feel a natural urge. You will walk to the bathroom. You will sit down, and your body will perform a miracle, effortlessly, painlessly, perfectly. Please, take that 1 second, pause, and say thank you. Thank your nerves. Thank your muscles. Because that simple act of freedom is the greatest luxury in the world. And it is the one thing I would give anything to have back.